Unless you've been living under a rock for the past 2-3 years, no doubt you would have heard of AI, artificial intelligence. So there's a lot of kind of debate and back and forth on the use of AI just in general, day-to-day living as well as business. When it comes to marketing, AI marketing, this is going to be something most businesses need to get onto for 2026. It's something that can't really be avoided. So there are quite a few skeptics, especially in the marketing industry, whether or not AI will replace a lot of marketers, especially in the world of digital marketing. I don't think so. If anything, I think it should speed up productivity. So I actually use AI in regards to my business and just content creation, as well as analysing data and everything else. I don't think without it, I don't think I'd probably get as much output. It very much has sped up the output side of things, and I mean that's kind of saved me getting a co-founder on board and things like that, especially in my marketing business. So the whole shift, if anything, there's a race at the minute. There's very much a race, a global race in terms of AI, not just within the marketing industry. It's in terms of like developing technology that will become part of our everyday today life, and we already use AI, and we have done for the last 4 to 5 years, especially in algorithms, as well as the likes of, say, the Facebook pixel analysing data. That was very much AI driven. Also, most of the coding behind a lot of the operating systems now is primarily AI produced. There's very few coders in the industries now, just purely for the fact that, you know, AI can produce a code within a matter of seconds, which might have taken a developer a few weeks to do. So it's definitely sped up that process of software development. What does it mean for everyday business owners? So say you're not in the kind of the realm of AI, and I don't know, so say you've got a B2C or a B2B or kind of a D2C business, or even the face-to-face kind of business as well. What does it mean for that? If anything, it should be speeding up your behind-the-scenes processes. There are still, unfortunately, in the UK, businesses out there that still follow the traditional paper trail route. So the real benefits of AI is the fact that it is being developed to predict behaviours. So this is very much at play with algorithms on the likes of social media platforms, as well as even streaming platforms. So the likes of your Prime, Amazon Prime and things. If you watch a certain genre of film or a certain type of film, it will kind of, there's an AI technology running in the background that kind of pings all of the patterns in what you watch. So it will kind of show you more of the recommendations that it thinks you will like based on your previous choices. So that's kind of where it falls into AI marketing. It's kind of gathering the data from consumers and then kind of featuring new products to them, introducing them to new things, but based on their previous choices. So it's very much the behavioural analysis, behavioural psychology factor that's going to benefit more from this. I think that's kind of where it might replace certain jobs, but the thing is with AI, it isn't completely autonomous. It still needs input from managers. So I think if anything, we'll see more AI, and we are already. I mean, there's so many courses popping up everywhere, even government courses for AI introductions and introductory courses. So I think we'll see more AI manager roles within companies pop up, and I mean those could be done remotely from anywhere, so it doesn't really matter where you are. It's just kind of monitoring. So similar to I'd liken it to Google SEO management and PPC management, where you don't need to be in someone's office in order to manage their ads or like their website or their digital space. So we'll see more kind of remote roles pop up for it. The thing is, I think the danger of AI marketing is the fact that it's already being abused, you know, because that is the nature of humans, I think. Just bear with me. And I think there was actually a study done, I'm not sure who released it, it could have been Neil Patel, the guy behind Ubersuggest, so an SEO tool. I think there was actually data released that now online nearly 90% of blogs on websites and things are AI written. So we are seeing this trend that it's replacing content creation rapidly. The danger of it is when using Perplexity or Gemini or ChatGPT, when you feed it prompting to kind of create a blog, it's very vague and it's already running, like I said, off the patterns of user data that it can kind of grab, and it's not brand new, so it's just kind of repetitive. And you'll notice it especially on LinkedIn. I mean, if you have like 10 minutes, scroll through LinkedIn and just have a look at people's posts and things. One of the biggest giveaways is the M dash and the Oxford comma. Now, I am guilty of using ChatGPT to kind of write copy and everything else, but I've gotten to a point where now I prefer kind of writing my own posts or going back in and adding my own tone to it. I think that's kind of what we need to do in order to manage the authenticity behind content creation. So yeah, just as an exercise, go through LinkedIn, have a look at all the posts, and if you notice kind of repetitive patterns within people's speech, this is the danger. We're losing our own voices with the reliance on AI to write everything for us. There's also a danger of over-reliance, especially when it came to the when AWS went offline. Most of the apps and everything else in that branch of the cloud had a knock-on effect from AWS's servers going down. So one of them being open source, ChatGPT. So obviously then you have a load of people that rely on ChatGPT to kind of run their day-to-day tasks or create blog posts or whatever else, panic because the internet went down basically. I don't think it went down for long, but that's the kind of danger in over-reliance. So I think be mindful in how you use AI, especially when it comes to content creation. And just analysing your data and things. I think it's always good to have that behavioural science understanding like behind selling and marketing anyway. So AI doesn't have emotions, it kind of plagiarises emotions and whatever else, you know. It's quite scary, some of the videos that are popping up of these new AI softwares coming out, and you know, they supposedly have feelings and all that thing. You know, that's quite scary. It's kind of like Terminator almost, but they're not sentient. It still relies on our input, so it's not kind of self-generating, not yet. And that's kind of where the big conversation comes in, but I'll probably address that at a later date. So this is kind of an introduction to AI, and the benefits of it for business is the fact that it can help scale smaller businesses. So say you're a team of 1 to 10, you can probably double up your output of work just by having your staff and your team use ChatGPT, I'm not sponsored, or any of the other AI platforms. Perplexity is one that's kind of overtaken everything, and I think they're building, is it Comet? This is going to be an AI driven search engine, which will be a massive competitor with Google, but not for a couple of years, I don't think, maybe a year. Who knows. But then you have the likes of Google now, where they're trying to kind of keep up with all the new AI technology, and it's just kind of ruined the algorithm. SEO is it's not dead. If anything, if you're into SEO, I'll do another video on the do's and don'ts of that. But yeah, in terms of like AI driven search engines, the platforms are going to change, and they already have, to be honest. So yeah, what do I mean when you can kind of speed up the output from using ChatGPT or Perplexity or Gemini. Instead of kind of spending too long researching topics, so say you're a blog writer or a content creator, I mean the go-to platforms used to be the likes of Google Trend, where you could see trending topics in the world, the news platforms, you know, you could kind of jump on that reactive marketing factor. But now in terms of ChatGPT, just because that's the one I use, and Gemini, and I haven't really used Perplexity. There's also Claude, which I think is a Microsoft version, or an IBM, could be IBM. But yeah, just going off topic. So yeah, the thing is, now you can kind of type a prompt in, you know, find me the trending topics of the day, and it will bring up those trending topics in a matter of seconds, opposed to like a few minutes of kind of going back and forth between different websites and platforms and whatever else to find trending topics and things. So in terms of like SMEs and small businesses and solopreneurs and everything else, how can you adopt that in your work? It's very much kind of, if you find a task is taking you a long time, so say you're sending out emails, this could be possibly replaced by definitely automation. You know, there's a lot of email marketing platforms out there that have the works and capabilities of utilising automation. Well, in the UK, going into 2026, it's probably advisable for a lot of small businesses and solopreneurs and SMEs, definitely, you know, to have decent accountants and decent accountancy software. If you are still in that thing of doing your own accounts and doing everything yourself, AI can help track your ROI and also forecasting for the next year and projections. So if you really want to get the most out of like the AI platforms that you're using, most of them I believe are GPTs. So they are generated pre-trained transformers. So what does that mean? Basically, it's a version that you prompt, and if you prompt it enough times, it kind of learns the pattern of your prompts and your speech and everything else, you know. It's going to clone you. It's not. But yeah, they are customizable, so you can kind of feed your prompts and kind of get the most out of it. So the thing is with AI, the quality of the output depends on the quality of the input. So you need to kind of get clear, and you need to be as detailed as anything if you really want like detailed responses. But in terms of like the creative industries, there is a lot of uproar at the minute, which is quite valid, for the fact that it is I think it may be open source. I think it was. I think there was a scandal earlier this year where open source people kind of flagged the fact that it was kind of plagiarizing authors and musicians and art and everything else. So there's, I mean, that's the danger of it. It's not unique. If you're expecting something brand new and unique from AI, it doesn't kind of work like that. It's very much based off patterns, it's based off data, it's kind of learned. So a lot of them are LLMs, large language learning models. There's a lot of like abbreviations in these industries and things. I'll publish a glossary at some point. I'll get AI to do it. But yeah, in terms of that, it's not going to ever produce anything completely unique, because it's been fed somewhere down the line and then it will mesh. That's kind of how these GPTs and AI softwares work. They find historic data and kind of regurgitate it, recycle it. So in terms of that, I think there's still a very much an opportunity for business owners and marketers and creatives and everything else to have that human touch on things. If anything, it reminds me of the film if anything, it reminds me of the film industry when CGI became like a new thing. It started to become a lot more cost effective than like your practical effects, but gradually, and I think if anything over the years, people have gotten so bored of CGI films to to the point, you know, when there are practical effects within movies, they really stand out. It's that human touch and human factor and things. So as much as there's the opportunity to grow with AI and scale your businesses and things, I really would recommend all businesses of all sizes to invest in biopsychology and behavioural marketing, as well as just being in touch with the world. And if anything, that comes down to mental health understanding and yeah, just kind of being aware of what affects people day to day, because we can program these softwares to kind of have like people's interests at heart, but it's a software, you know. I don't think we should put too much reliance on it to kind of save businesses and all that thing. It's a tool at the end of the day, and like all good tools, it's only as good as the user using the tool to create whatever it is. So yeah, it's nothing to be scared of. If you haven't delved into AI, watch. There's probably a number of videos on YouTube across all of the platforms now. Really kind of research into it and use it yourself and kind of get to grips with it, because it will be literally in everything, even down to our banking. So yeah, that's probably a topic for another day. And I'm going to leave it at that. If you enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up, a share it with someone who might be interested in AI. If you have any questions, drop them down below. And also, if you are on LinkedIn, please do follow me, Leah Solmaz, and follow solmazmarketing as well on there, as well as the other social media platforms, and give this a subscribe as well. So try and build up the channel so I can give more digital marketing tips, and that's it.